the angels and the spirits that walk with us on our highest path, have a message. Oh, I'm gonna like this. I like this. You know when you're not in survival anymore? That's when you really start creating your reality. You can't attest your survival state to, oh, I created this, I created it, because it's looping you in circles. Yeah, technically, I guess, you know, if we want to be that way, you would be right, but it's looping you. So whoever that applies to, don't do that, because it's dampening your ability to create something greater, because you might struggle with perfectionism. You might not have the full picture vision of what you're doing, where you're going, and there's all levels of survival state, okay? There is homelessness, there's sleeping in your car, there's dealing with toxic, abusive people, shitty work environments, you have everything. You have a home, you have people that, you know, love you, but if somebody's in a freeze state, let's get some more cards, because I don't feel like you need red, like, oh, you know, okay, somebody feels slighted. What they feel slighted by? You're waiting for the scales to turn in your favor. Don't wait. That's the loop. Don't wait. Gosh, I'm talking to the version of myself that went through survival. Let me put it this way. When I finally got stable after leaving the environments that were tyrannical, that thought they like depicted how my life was going to unfold for me, and it could only get so good, and it could only, you know, and lower your expectations, and oh, you're not grateful because you're not like licking crumbs off the floor. It took me months after finally stabilizing my physical reality to realize, oh my fucking God, like, it took me months, because you don't just heartbreak and you're no longer in survival. That isn't how it works, okay? You will establish yourself, or maybe you have established yourself. You are I'm speaking this into existence at this point. You are in a stable environment. Your body hasn't translated that yet. Give it time. But also understand that when you're living aligned physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you're not necessarily moving at like this rapid speed. And you might hit milestones quickly, okay? And there's so many levels to this, and there's so much goddamn information on TikTok, YouTube, the internet, all the unsolicited advice that people like to give us, you know, when they poke and prod, and oh, what's going on with you? Oh, well, why don't you do this? And then they want to, you know, they think they're helping. I'm not going to tell you to meditate, but there is something about you that only you know. Like, the information coming through you, I'm not gonna say you have a blocked crown chakra either, because I don't. I think you second guess, you question, and you're just so tired. Possibly, you're very calculated, and I say that as a strength, but keep it as a strength. Don't allow that to prevent you from what you know you need to do. And there's a lot of projection about, like, it's not healthy to isolate yourself. It's not healthy to you should talk about your problems. You should listen. Yeah, like I had 8 weeks of therapy, and it wasn't my first time. Like, usually I'll do one session, and I even told the guy, like, he was a kid. He was probably younger than me, and I told him the first meeting, I'm like, I don't stick to this stuff. It doesn't usually help me. And when I tell you, for the first time in my life, I'm not in my 20s anymore, okay? I met him every week, well, on the phone, every week, FaceTime, for 8 weeks. And those 8 weeks were so transformative. Not to mention the most wild shit I can't even begin to explain occurred. Because I knew I was creating, but there's just so many moving parts. You might feel overwhelmed, because I feel a little jumbled, just like trying to condense this into a message that you can take and sharpen yourself with. 7 minutes, and I might I might not even post this, because nope, not doing that. See, you got the 10 of Cups in reverse in the world. You feel like the world is not, you're probably a starseed. You feel like you don't belong here, but you are here. And maybe this world's yours. When you start speaking things over your life, like, you're a complex being, you're very, very intelligent. I can say I'm rich 100,000 times in a week and I'm still not rich. It's like, listen to some light language. There are things in your mental body that have infiltrated. It blocks your thoughts. It's like a jammer, if you know what that is. It's like a signal jammer. And that's not to say, like, oh, worry about that. Like, no, this is nothing to stress about. This is just like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Like, take things one step at a time, because I feel you. And listen, things can change rapidly. And it's so annoying to get online and, oh, you don't know what I'm going through. And like, listen, last summer I had no one. My ex took my youngest child from me for months. My parents turned against me when I left. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was, and then when I finally established a place to live, that car wasn't in my name, so that car got towed. And then my landlord is just like a fucking overgrown mama's boy, and turned into a total douchebag. And you know what? I called back my energy. I started to calm back my energy. I got on here and go scroll through my TikToks, because I said, everyone that's talking shit about me, and I probably sound crazy, but I'm like, I turned that into beauty, money, health. I swear to God, 4 days later, it was July 11th, I got a random check for $6,000 from 2001 at an address I